Hello, welcome to another episode of the program. I'm Simi Sola Atikun. Well, the political battle in Rivers is unlikely to end anytime soon after the State Commissioner for Justice and Attorney General Dagogo Iboroma has refuted reports that a High Court in Port Harcourt has affirmed Martin AMAEWHULE and 26 others as members of the Rivers State House of Assembly and the People's Democratic Party (PDP). Iboroma asserted that AMAEWHULE, a pro-Wike lawmaker, along with his 26 colleagues, had defected from the PDP to the opposition All Progressives Congress (APC) on December 11, 2023. Iboroma's reaction came after a ruling made by the Rivers State High Court in Port Harcourt announcing that Martin AMAEWHULE and the other 26 members of the Rivers State House of Assembly are still members of the PDP. A delivering judgment in Port Harcourt, Justice Okowule Basam of the Rivers State High Court held that the claimant failed to prove that AMAEWHULE and the 26 other lawmakers had defected to the ruling APC. Justice Basam further held that membership of a party is only proven by being listed on the party's registrar or by membership cards, adding that television ceremonies or verbal statements are not legally binding. Consequently, the judge ruled that the lawmakers have not lost their seats, adding that the Rivers State government is bound to obey all laws passed by the Assembly. Following this development, the PDP has filed a motion to be joined in the case and has been added as the fourth defendant. To speak more on this judgment, legal practitioner Evans Ufeli is my guest on the program. Thank you very much for your time, Mr. Ufeli. Now, help us understand the legality of the situation, given that a high court in Rivers State has upheld the membership of Martin AMAEWHULE and the 26 other members of the Rivers State House of Assembly, despite their public declarations of their defection to the opposition APC.
Yes, the court just handed down that judgment to the effect that defection does not actually mean that you have a publication or you have a public declaration of same. That defection goes beyond that. That if you have gone to court and you want the court to make a declaration that their seat is vacant, which that is what the person who went to court did, that you must bring evidence to the fact that the party that you said they have defected to, you must show that they are now members of that party by virtue of the registration document and every other ancillary document that evidence that they now belong to that political party. Okay, that is from the angle the court looked at it. The court went further to say that publications and the public outcry or statement as to a defection of this person are not enough to ground what defection should mean under the law. That there must be evidence to show that they now belong to a new political party. You must have tender evidence to the effect that there is now membership of that new political party and the rest of that. In the absence of all that, you cannot truly say that these persons have defected from a PDP to APC.
Well, do you think that the PDP leaders will welcome this judgment or appeal it after the lawmakers have publicly expressed their motive to decamp to the APC?
You know, the PDP had made public declarations before now that the 27 members are not their members. They have said that before now in a press conference in Rivers State, that these 27 members that everybody is talking about that now belong to the APC are not in their membership books. They are nowhere in the list of their members to start with. They have said it before now. That for me goes a long way to show that I do not think these 27 members have actually made themselves available for the registration as members of the party of the APC. I do not think so. So all the while, it has been about, the conflict has been about people venting and making statements here and there that they defected. And so their seat should be declared vacant. But now the court is drawing us deeper into what defection should mean in the ordinary sense of it. So if you say someone has gone to a place and is now a member of that place, could you please also show us the register of that place, evidencing that their names have been written and they have registered and they now are now members of that place and that are now running things in that place? That's what the court is saying, that it is not enough to have a publication or a public declaration of all that to state that you have moved to a different political party. So we need to reconsider and look deeply again into this defection case. What does defection mean under the law? Does it mean that when a person is presumed, or when a person has said he has defected, or once there is presumption that possibly this person has defected, does that mean defection truly? Wike, as we see him today, okay, had taken appointment from the opposition party APC, had been, frolicking with the APC members in government, those outside government, and all that. From the standpoint of law, does it mean that Wike has defected to the APC? Or these lawmakers, whom were highly touted to have defected, does defection mean that they made a proclamation or a statement? Or does defection mean that people presume that they have defected? Or what does defection really mean? Does it mean that they have now pulled out from completely from the PDP and they are now in the APC? If the answer is yes, where is the register? Where is the document? Where is the party card, membership card, and all that show that they have moved from that? That's what the court is saying. That in the absence of that in evidence, if those documents are not in evidence before the court cannot actually make a pronouncement to the effect that those documents exist when they don't, or when they were not tendered. So it definitely means that defection actually means more than public expression or publication or analysis to that effect. It goes beyond that. What we mean defection will have to be proper. You have to now show, because before now, these members are, these members who defected were in PDP, and you have evidence of their membership. Otherwise, they could not have been sponsored by their political party to become lawmakers. You understand? So that register, has it been cancelled? Have their name been expunged from there? And have their name now, are their names now in that of the APC? And do they have a membership card? Do they have all the necessaries that make them members of the House of Assembly or the APC party extraction? So that is the question that the court find very difficult to resolve, because in the absence of evidence to same, the court cannot do otherwise than to say that these parties have not defected, and as such, they should not be treated so.
Now, the court ordered the state government to abide by all legislation passed by the State Assembly. Does this mean that does this essentially indicate that the state government has been running its affairs without the House of Assembly's knowledge?
Well, the court is drawing the attention of the state to the fact that every action taken so far by the State House of Assembly of Rivers State, the AMAEWHULE faction and all that they remain valid. That's what the court is saying. They remain valid to the extent that they never defected. They remain valid to the extent that they never defected, and that because they never defected, their action couldn't have been declared null and void, meaning that all the while they were in dispute, all the while they were raising issues of impeachment, defection, and the issue of the budget, everything cumulatively put together have been declared valid by this court, showing that they never defected. The state governor and his cohorts and followers all the while have come to that conclusion that these persons defected. and that because they defected, even the governor said it, that because of him, that is why the House of Assembly is in existence, okay? And that he signed the meeting, the agreement that the president brought for political intervention and did all that in his own interest as a good person and all that. But I mean, I'm sure that the governor will have a rude awakening now to see that all he had posited, all he had said to that effect could not have been true, because if the court is saying today that these members never defected, it means that the government's assumption that it was because of him that the State House of Assembly now have life, then, I mean, the cookie is crumbling, and it's showing us a different light, a different face of this whole argument. And we need to reevaluate same. Is it safer to say that these members have defected and they cannot produce how they have become members of the APC? Or is it better to say that there are rumors and there are expressions that they defected, but there are no proof or evidence that they now belong to a new political party? Otherwise, they should produce same. And the person who went to court didn't have in evidence that these persons are actually members of the APC. Nothing was in evidence to that effect. So the court have no choice than to rule in the manner it did.
Or should this political impasse between the current administration and the former governor continue? That's Nyesom Wike, because it doesn't appear to be ending at all. What will be the future of the political landscape in Rivers State?
The implication of this judgment already has shown the way, except this judgment is upon on appeal. But for now, the law here is that the Speaker, AMAEWHULE, should be the valid speaker in the eyes of law, since the defection or the purported defection has been declared false by the court. Once, because the foundation that held this whole argument is on the fact that there was a presumption that the 27 members have defected from PDP to APC. So that actually has been the argument, okay, until this afternoon, when the court gave a deeper understanding of what defection will mean under the law. That if you say you have defected to a political party, or people purport you have defected, and they are not able to show from the other end where you have defected to, so it means it's not the defection is not valid. Okay, so the AMAEWHULE faction, for now, from the implication of the judgment, would be the valid State House of Assembly of that state.
We'll take a break and continue the conversation shortly. Do stay with us.
In the last 3 years, we have built a multi-purpose center, which is the envy of all in our constituency. And I can tell you that the people who are living there are already enjoying it.
Guy, do you think what this man just said is true? See, I seriously doubt. I'm sure it's one of those their silly lies.
And wait, do you know there's a way to find out if these things he's saying is true or not? This is the Construct app. It gives people like us a sure way to track implementation of constituency projects. It gives valid and verified information on location of projects, amounts allocated, amount funded, the level of job done, and even the profiles of concerned legislators. You and I can post directly on this app.
Are you serious?
This is the go-to app if you want to know how our Commonwealth is being expanded by the government.
Wow. Let's even see if what this man said is true. Show me.
The Construct app is developed by Other Paper Nigeria with support from USAID and is available on both Google Play Store and Apple Store.
And it's true.
Of course, I told you.
Welcome back. We're still discussing the latest judgment by the Rivers State High Court affirming Martin AMAEWHULE and 26 other lawmakers as members of the Rivers State House of Assembly, and the People's Democratic Party PDP legal practitioner Evans UPHELD remains my guest. Now, Mr. UPHELD, what do you think can serve as a solution to this ongoing leadership battle in Rivers State? You know, since it began, various stakeholders, including traditional rulers, leaders, political leaders, that the former president, and that's Goodluck Jonathan, and even the current president, Bola Tinubu, have intervened. But the impasse persists. What else do you think can be done at this point?
Well, the earlier they mend their ways, the earlier they mend fences, the better. Ubara actually does not need to keep on fighting, and Wike ought to also, you know, reduce the level of violence it dishes out, or like it does. They must find a common ground. Both parties must find a common ground. Okay, if you look at it, one helped the other to become governor. It is only right that they sheathe their sword, okay, find a way to make peace and maintain that peace for Rivers State to move forward. You understand? We've not had peace since the inception of this administration. And that's because things are getting bad, because there's battle for supremacy. Okay? One person wants to prove he's superior to the other, and the other is superior to this. And at the end of the day, what you get is complete chaos. And this chaos is ravaging, you know, the whole place. And I find it rather disconcerting that two adults of that high-level political standing cannot resolve their differences, even when the president has intervened, the elders of the state have intervened, everybody have intervened. What exactly is their problem? Why can't this whole thing be put to rest? I think they should find a way to do that, or someone whom both of them respect, to call them to order, and then let's let them give Rivers State a chance for peace.
Do you believe that the recent dispute with this predecessor, that's the dispute between Governor Siminalayi Fubara and former Governor Nyesom Wike, is distracting Fubara from effectively managing the state's affairs? Is it something to be bothered about?
The way forward is that the governor owes the governor owes the people of Rivers State development. The collective allegiance of the people and their mandate, which they gave to the current governor of Rivers State, is to be exchanged for good life, development, and the upliftment of the state and the human capital of that state. That's exactly what the governor owes them. Not fight and infighting. Disruption and destruction. That's not good enough. So if Fubara want to respect the people who voted him into power, the people of Rivers State, he needs to tune down the infighting and advance governance. Okay? Let the people need amenities. The people need empowerment. The people want to see the dividend of democracy. They were not voted in so that they could see a wrestling match between an outgoing governor and an incoming governor. That's not the reason for that. The reason they gave their collective mandate is that Rivers State move on, move forward. And for you to achieve that forward movement, you need peace. And for there to be peace, the warring parties must come to a round table to define what they want, and then define what peace should mean to them and the state of Rivers. Until that is done, I don't think one of the ways to lead effectively is to know when to stop, knowing your limit, know when to stop, know when to go back to the drawing board and redesign the structure for leadership. You have to know when to stop. So this is what is desired by the people. So we plead on their behalf, on behalf of the people of Rivers State, that the outgoing governor and the current governor should do all that is necessary to bring a lasting peace in Rivers.
Well, as you know, in Nigerian politics, there has always been this entitlement mentality. Every succeeding leader is expected to be loyal to their predecessor. How can this trend be addressed in our government?
Yeah, the trend can be addressed to the extent that governors who have led their time in office must leave the ones that just came in to also grow the state and be the man of their own in a manner of speaking, because this continuous monitoring and all that creates a lot of contempt. So it is expected that a governor who is appointed into office, whichever way, either being helped or not, should also exert some level of ownership of that office, and then exercise certain level of independence so that he's able to work and continue from where the last one stopped. Where you have too many distractions and you are asked to do this and do that and do this and do that, and you're unable to keep up, it leads to contempt. So past governors should learn to stay back, call for correction when they need to because of their experience, and then see how the state is moved forward.
Well, we'll keep monitoring events as they unfold in Rivers State. Legal practitioner Evans UPHELD, thank you for lending your insights. And that's all we can take on this episode of the program. We'll see you again next time. Bye for now.